Welcome to the Space Out Podcast, where we chill out, chat about, and space out. I'm your host, Luca, a.k.a. LucaTony, and today we're going to go back into the heavily researched episodes that happened, in the early ages of the Space Out Podcast, and we're going to talk about the ongoing YouTubers versus Twitch streamers wars that is happening over Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and how in reality both sides are just completely wrong and they don't understand why they're wrong. They're trying to defend their side blindly instead of, seeing it. Just to, put it out there and disclose it, I am primarily a streamer. I also like to do YouTube content, and even though I haven't uploaded in a while, I do like both types of YouTube content, such as like the highlight reel type of things that most streamers have, and the super detailed script YouTube videos thing. I have done both, and I have enjoyed both. And evident from the Space Out Podcast, I do enjoy the creative process behind writing for a YouTube video style content, in this case a podcast, and editing it all together and all of those things. So just to put out there, just in case someone says, there's a personal bias, I'm trying to tell you my background so that you can form your own opinions, and I'm gonna try to stay as neutral as possible in terms of how I present the information before I give out my opinion. So first of all, how did this all start? So basically, this all started when Keemstar from the Drama Alert YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that reports on drama, YouTube drama mostly, tweeted out a simple Pokimane 2 out of 10. So, who is Pokimane? Pokimane's probably the biggest female Twitch streamer on the platform, right? And she has been subject to multiple controversies in the past due to her somewhat abusing copyright. There was a YouTube video made by a Gundam, a small commentary YouTube channel, that was poking fun at what is a tier 3 sub, which is there's a lot of things to explain here just in case. A subscription on Twitch means you pay $5 a month and you get a bunch of little perks, like you get to use special emotes, emojis, and all of those cool things that you get rewards basically for supporting the streamer, right? Like special game sessions, etc., etc. And there's different tiers. The tier 3 one you pay $25 for, right? And there's this ongoing meme regarding simps that simps tier 3 sub because they're they simp, right? So going back to that, Pokimane. It's a Gundam poked fun at tier 3 subs and comments that could either be satirical or extremely, extremely concerning, one of the two, the tier 3 subs were making regarding Pokimane, right? And Pokimane got angry at it and took it down due to copyright, which doesn't really apply because it had been transformed and was under fair use due to its transformative nature. So, going all the way back, Pokimane has been in multiple controversies, so she's not squeaky clean reputation, right? Then, right after Drama Alert Keemstar tweeted Pokimane 2 out of 10, maybe I think it was a day after, Leafy's here, the ultimate troll and YouTube bully from all the way back in 2014, 2015, made a series of videos called Content Nuke Pokimane, right? And that series of videos just dug into Pokimane's character and her stream content, as well as exposing that she has a boyfriend, which on paper is why does that matter? Let me explain. So the boyfriend situation, there's a meme around that most tier 3 subs for female streamers are dudes trying to, hook it up, or hoping that someday maybe the female streamer will give him time or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but it seems to have worked because, or it seems to be true, right? Because when Leafy uh, said that she has a boyfriend and like that, I don't know how to like. I don't think there was necessarily proof of it, but it's kind of a no-brainer, really. And I'm pretty sure that was his argument. It's like it's a no-brainer. She's like a multi-millionaire streamer. Like she's not gonna go on a date with a tier 3 sub, right? And a lot of subs on Twitch, she lost a lot of her subs on Twitch. Like they refunded their subscription because after that video, like it clearly clearly did work. But the main point that started all of this YouTube versus streamers drama is the focus on the content, right? So Pokimane is infamous nowadays for, you know, her debacles with copyright, right? And it all came kind of at a head when in the Content Nuke Pokimane video, Leafy said that Pokimane regularly and consistently reacts to videos on her Twitch stream, but she doesn't necessarily do it like, actual reactions. She just puts the video on the background while she's eating lunch, since she streams a lot of the day all in a row, and she just lets the video play, and she does barely any reactionary content to the video. So there was, almost like a hypocrisy that made a lot of people mad, and then a lot of streamers came out and were like, like defending Pokimane regarding the content bit, because they were also, to a certain extent, they were also doing something similar. They were reacting to content, probably not as bad in terms of copyright infringement as Pokimane was doing, but they were still having content from YouTube and reacting it like straight up. So a lot of people came in defense, and then it all became like a big mess. And the two kind of sides are the YouTubers who say that streamers don't do anything compared to YouTubers. They just sit in front of their computer, play games or react to content, and get an editor to get the best bits while they collect millions of dollars, right? From subscriptions, sponsorships, etc. And then there's just the streamers that in defense say that YouTubers don't do anything compared to streamers, because streamers have to entertain 12 hours every day to make content, while YouTubers don't. And YouTubers can, afford posting once a week and get the same revenue, when supposedly they work 12 hours a day to get that revenue. So there's like a big clash right now between I work harder than you do, and you can't really out me for my defects because I work harder than you do. The streamers basically are saying I am granted a pass because I stream 12 hours a day, so there would be dead air, quote unquote. And YouTubers are saying I get a pass and you guys need to change because we do a ton of work editing and all of that, and reacting to content and playing games is not hard, blah 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 blah. So first of all, let's say why the YouTubers are wrong. I'm going to start off with the YouTubers, and then I'm going to go to the streamers, because I feel like there are the argument that the streamers are using is less strong, so I can just, that'll probably be a lot longer of an explanation. But the YouTubers are wrong because okay, let me just rewind back. What streamers say about YouTubers not working as hard is just straight up dumb, right? Writing scripts for YouTube videos, filming them, editing them, takes them so long. It just takes so long. Like, I've done tons of varied content on my own YouTube channel, right? I've done highlights of my streams, I've done extremely scripted videos, I've done reviews of movies and games. I've done quite a wide variety of YouTube content, so I know that it does take a long time to, plan out the script, record it, edit it all. It takes time. So saying it's not working hard that's straight up dumb. Even gaming YouTubers that don't have to entertain all times like gaming streamers have to do, still have to plan out their content. They have to choose the game they want to play. They have to, be spontaneous and react on the moment and be able to be funny, because that's a very big and actually pretty hard skill to have, being spontaneous and, funny enough to attract an audience, almost comedian style. And, it's just like they have to do everything that streamers do, they just don't do it live. However, streaming can be exhausting, especially when done in extremely long time spans that the full-time streamers have to do it in. If you had to sit down for 8 to 12 hours a day entertaining straight, I'm sure you would be exhausted. You would have to take breaks in between. The 5-hour stream I did for my birthday just this past week on Tuesday left me exhausted, so I can't even imagine what an 8 to 12 hour stream is like. I've seen people pull 24-hour streams and then they literally can't stream for like 2 days straight, because it's just being entertaining for that amount of time is just exhausting. So I understand what the streamers are saying and why why YouTubers saying that it is not hard work, or that it's just simple things to just react and entertain, is wrong. And just there's also hypocrisy there, because there are tons of YouTubers that react to content from other YouTubers and from other streamers as well. Like, the whole situation regarding there was a YouTuber that eventually got called out and kicked out of of YouTube by their own community, that basically just watched full episodes of anime and had it in the bottom right corner, like a quarter of the screen on her YouTube videos, but she didn't react at all. So it was literally just a way for people to watch anime on YouTube, right? So it was just, and they kicked that person out, but there's still people that do that, There's still tons of YouTubers, even big ones like PewDiePie always reacts to what is that? Oh, he reacts to these type of like My Strange Addiction type of content from NBC and all those type of media outlets. So like, you can't really be completely mad to the streamers if the same problem occurs in your platform. If you are going to be mad at them, you also have to be able to, change your platform as well. So why are the streamers wrong? So reacting to content is alright. I've done reaction content. I've done a like you laugh you lose type of thing. And a good example of how to do reaction content on Twitch is the streamer Ludwig. He's blown up recently. And it's because he plays games. He's extremely funny. He's extremely entertaining. But he also reacts to memes from YouTube. But he does it in an active and, consistent way, where he comes in and, pauses to engage with the chat, maybe tell a funny story in between. He actively laughs and stops, rewatches it, and laughs again. It is transformative content as a whole. So the correct way to, react to content is to be engaging, active, and do the same thing that YouTube does sort of on mostly correctly, which is actually use fair use, right? However, putting a trendy video while you're eating and calling it a day is wrong in every capacity. What Pokimane does regarding her content and basically eating a salad in front of a YouTube video playing is not transformative content in the least, and is definitely abuse of copyright. If you cannot do the job of entertainment that you signed up to do and that you are doing as a streamer, then call the stream right then and there and continue afterwards. I do get that it's a job, and you have to put in the hours and you have to put in the dedication. But if you physically cannot come up with anything entertaining to do, then you're just gonna lose viewers at that point, right? There is no shame in taking a break to do the basic needs, such as eating, going to the bathroom, those kinds of things. And even if you don't want to take a break to do that, you could also do what Tim the Tatman does. His mod whips. Well, let me disclose that Tim the Tatman doesn't stream for 12 hours or even 10 or 8. He streams probably for like 6 maybe. But his mod whips can control his stream, right? He's his main mod. So whenever Tim goes to the bathroom to get water, etc., whips can make special overlays appear using chat commands, or he can put music to play, and it keeps it entertaining because it's almost like a two-person stream hosted in one stream. When Tim does the heavy lifting and does the actual streaming 90% of the time, but whenever he has to go, I don't know, his wife asks him to do something really quick because the baby did something, etc., Whips can entertain the stream himself, and he doesn't have to do much. He just has to keep it fun and funky, and he actually keeps most of his viewers, even if he leaves for like 10 minutes straight to eat or to drink water or whatever. Like, there is a way to do it and still not breach copyright. So, with everything that we just said out of the way, what is the middle ground? Why are both, now that we've discussed why both are wrong, how can we make it right? So, first of all, we just have to say how it is. Both jobs, streaming and YouTube, require hard work. They require a lot of man hours and a lot of dedication and a lot of really, not as common skills in the, similar on the surface skills, but not every streamer is a good YouTuber. Not every YouTuber is a good streamer. So it requires a specific specialization of skills that not a lot of people have. And if either job was so easy, if it was true that doing YouTube is easier than streaming, then how come only 0.1% of people who make YouTube videos manage to make a living out of it? And the same thing for streamers, right? If streaming was so easy, how come only 0.1% of people who make streams manage to make a living out of it? I stream. I don't think it's necessarily easy, and I make like what, $5 a month? That's not making a living out of it. So, with that said, Twitch has an obvious and apparent problem with copyright infringement, right? Streamers got banned not too long ago for music that they used years ago because a music label decided to crack down on copyright on Twitch, and they got so many big streamers straight up banned without warning for clips they've done years ago. This is both a problem of the creators for using that copyrighted content. They weren't allowed to do so, and they should have done that. But it's also a problem of the site itself. Twitch needs to step up and grant tools to deal with copyright. That also applies for people to mark something as copyright infringement, not only companies and that sort of thing. And saying that YouTubers don't work hard because they're not live 24/7 is just straight up wrong. As an example, The Right Opinion, a YouTube commentary channel, has videos that are like basically movie length and posts extremely regularly for the amount of research and quality that is in the video. And I wouldn't say he doesn't work hard. I say that he works super, super hard. And just because he doesn't, sit in front of a camera for 10 hours a day doesn't mean he's not working hard. Now, YouTube isn't free of criticism either, right? The same issues that they are flaming Twitch for happens on YouTube. Like I said, there was recently the case of the YouTuber that was posting full anime, quote-unquote, reactions, and eventually then she got ratted out and kicked out of the community. But that's the reason why the copyright detection system on YouTube is so intense in the first place. I've watched re-uploads of an entire Pokemon seasons on YouTube because it's that easy to just circumvent it. And it is now only a problem because YouTubers are being, their content is being used for a similar purpose, right? So it is not only, it's not only a problem for YouTubers anymore. It's a problem that everyone faces. And putting the blame entirely on the streamers is not fair, since most of the blame would actually fall to Twitch and YouTube in this case. Now, there was something I saw online that really kind of, it raised a lot of red flags for me. And it was a tweet made by @Nicholas_DOreo. And he basically said that it became a battle of privilege and first world problems. And that the Twitch streamers are trying to argue that the dream job is harder than YouTubers' dream job, and vice versa. And that these people are such losers, right? Although I agree that it has devolved into a battle of I work harder than you, which will lead nowhere, and in fact it has led nowhere. This issue has either been, completely gone out of the way of the way of the dinosaurs, right? Or in the little community that still talks about it, it's still, on the same I work harder than you, I work harder than you situation. It is somewhat harmful to downplay the work content creators put in as a whole. You can't just, it's a very slippery slope to say something like that, because just because it's their dream job, we shouldn't just dismiss the work they put in. This is the same as dismissing artists for the art they produce and not value it because it's a dream job, right? There are people that ask art for free, and we completely flame them for it. So there's no different for content creation. Just because you can watch a YouTube video for free or a stream for free and it's their dream job doesn't mean that they don't put the hard work in, or that they're not allowed to express their grievances with each other. So overall, I feel like this has all, been a big mess, and that at the end of the day, the real problem, just like every single other time, is not the actual people involved, is the streaming platform, is the company. Because if Twitch provided the necessary tools to deal with copyright, this problem wouldn't be happening. If YouTube didn't have such an intense copyright claiming system, and that they crack down so hard that people are afraid to, put music in their videos, then YouTubers wouldn't be on the edge of their seat to be able to claim and see something not as fair whenever something happens, At the end of the day, it's not about the battle of I work harder than you, or the battle of privileges like the tweet I read said. It's about people doing what they want, finally finding their passions, and at the end of the day, everyone is wrong. Thank you so much for listening through today's episode. We all work hard. Don't tear each other down or petty comparisons of I work harder than you. Appreciate all types of content, live or bot, and criticize the companies instead of for not providing the necessary tools to combat situations like this. We need to hold them accountable and each other accountable, but right now is not necessarily the greatest moment. With all of that said, thank you for spacing out.